Hi, you guys. I have been live streaming for 5 or 6 years, ever since live streaming started to be a thing. And I've never done a live stream while cooking. So, you're in the background, you're on camera. I just wanted to let you know in the background of my video, you're on my video. I know you don't care, but I just want you to know. I don't think you should video people without telling them. Okay, so that's just what I think. If I was on somebody's video, I would want to know. So anyway, I've been out of the habit of live streaming. And I think that's because I made it into a bigger thing in my head than it needs to be. I could just pop on, say what I need to say while I cook my dinner. I haven't been coming on because I'm like, I can't think of a topic. I have no topic, so I can't live stream. Today I have a little bit of a topic. And that topic is that all of the sayings and cliches, a lot of them are true. This is why they're sayings and cliches, right? Cliches. Because they're true, the early bird does get the worm. People who get up early do more stuff. They make more money. These are facts and cliches. I don't know. I can't say that word today. The little things are the big things. When we look back on our lives, we're not necessarily going to remember vacations and new cars. We're going to remember hanging out with our family and feeling loved, and probably random days that we don't think much of, right? And the cliches and sayings about time are also very, very true. We can make more money, but we can't get today back. We can't get, time that we've wasted on things that are unimportant to us back. And that's why I'm sharing my new book, Decluttering Your Schedule, with you. Because I just realized myself, and I think most people spend time on things that if we made a list of our priorities, a lot of the things that we spend time on would probably not be on that list. Most of us would probably say, well, being on social media, an average amount, which is over an hour a day, is probably not priority. And one thing that I think is really fun and interesting is to look at the things that you do in your life routinely and add up how much time they're taking. This could be errands, it could be watching Netflix, it could be social media, it could be grocery shopping. All of the things that you do, really look at how much time they're taking up, because most of us are doing a lot of things that take up a lot of time, and meanwhile also feeling like we don't have time to do the things that are most important to us. So this is something I've been working on and focusing on really for about 2 years now. And I wrote a book called Declutter Your Schedule so that you can live your dream life. I'm going to pop the link here in the comments. It is free right now on my website if you want to go and grab it. If you do, let me know what you think. But I take you through a whole process of figuring out what your priorities are in your life based on your values. So that's a really interesting exercise to do, even if you don't apply it to time management. It's really interesting to know what your personal values are. It will shine the light on a lot of the things that you do in your life. You're like, oh, that's why I made that decision when I was 20 years old, because my highest value is freedom or success or being liked, or, we all have these different things that are our highest values. So, and we can tie that into, does the way that we spend our time line up with the things that are our highest values, and the things that are important to us, and really just our daily priorities. So hang on one second. So in this book, I take you through a process of looking at your values and then also really diving deeply into where your time is going on a not just a daily basis. Although that's a very interesting exercise too, just to track your time for a few days or a week. Most people, if you work 50 hours a week and you sleep 50 hours a week, which would probably be, that's a pretty average amount of sleep, maybe 56 hours of sleep. But let's just do 50 and 50 to keep it easy. You will still have 68 hours in a week that you're not working and that you're not sleeping. So let's say, a good chunk of those we spend probably, we have things we have to do. We have to cook and eat and take showers. So if we spend 18 to 20 hours on that, we're still left with well over 40 hours a week of time where we are choosing each moment what we're doing, and so that's something that's really what I'm talking about looking at is that time, and being intentional with that time, the time that you do have a choice over, because of course we all have responsibilities and, times where we maybe don't have complete freedom of choice. There's also, ways to maybe adjust or let go of some of your responsibilities or things that, things that you may think are your responsibilities, but do they still have to be? That was one thing I noticed when I really started looking into how I was spending my time. I was doing things out of habit. I had always taken my husband's paycheck to the bank. Well, I didn't need to do that. There's an app for that, right? Or I had always driven my kids to school. And it never occurred to me that, their dad could drive them to school, which sounds silly to say out loud, but I was just in the habit of it. I was a single mom before I met my husband, and I just always took my kids to school. But then when I realized, hey, you know what, I want to make some changes and I want to prioritize some things, my health and my success and things. And I started asking for more help, and it was very well received most of the time. And I was able to make changes in my life. So, but it's something that, you have to stay cognizant of, and you have to stay aware of, because other things will pop up and creep in, and you'll make other commitments in other areas. And so it's just something to probably do a couple times a year. Do a time audit, look at your schedule, look at where your time's going, track your time for a week, and just keep on. Anytime we can raise our awareness, we can make positive change and make really good choices for what we want to do with our time. And that way, when we are spending time on social media, on Netflix, watching a movie, it's because that's really where we want to be right now. And we're like, yes, this is exactly where I want to be. This is where I need to be. We're not buffering. We're not procrastinating. We're not, wasting our time. So let's see. Gary said, wow, you are gorgeous. Why? Thank you, Gary. I appreciate that. So grab the book and download it, read through it, check out the exercises. It's really fun. Well, maybe I'm just a nerd. I think it's really fun to dive into all of these things, to look closer at these things. Why do we do things? What makes us tick? What little things could we change that will make a huge difference in our lives, right? So anyway, I have chicken soup to make because my son was feeling a little bit puny. So he requested chicken soup, and that is what he will have. So let me know if you get the book. Let me know what you think of it. Let me know what changes you're able to make in your life, whether it's to spend more time, on your career, on your health, with your family, any personal projects. Maybe you have a book you want to write. Maybe you've thought about joining a business mastermind or something, but you're like, well, I don't have time to be involved in that, do that. Maybe it's volunteer work that you want to do. All of that stuff is the spice of life. Since I'll use another cliche, since that's what I named this broadcast. But yeah, have an amazing, amazing rest of your day. I am challenging myself to go live for 30 days in a row. So check back, see what else we're talking about. Say hi. And if I don't go live for 30 days in a row, I will try to get back on the horse as soon as I can. Things do pop up. I challenge myself to a lot of different things. And when things pop up, I don't quit. I just say, you know what, we'll get back to it tomorrow. Anyway, have an amazing rest of your day, and I will see you later. Bye.